Like I said, I'm Hunter Nelson with Elmington Capital. We're the developer on this project, and welcome everybody to 12th and Wedgewood. It's been quite a while since the mayor first announced this project in April of 2016, actually across the street at the police precinct, but we're finally here and we're finally ready to get going, and we're excited. Affordable and workforce housing like this project is not one that any one group or one person can build on its own. It takes a lot of effort from a lot of collaboration from a lot of different people. If it only took one group or one person, I'm fairly confident we'd have a lot more affordable housing in Nashville today than we currently have. It starts with a site in a neighborhood very similar to Edgehill who wants to bring more affordable housing to their community. And 12th and Wedgewood certainly benefited from the fact that we had an amazing community support behind it, as well as amazing local government who really wanted to buy into it. 12th and Wedgewood is the full embodiment of buy-in from both the federal level with HUD, the state level with THCA, and the local level down to just the community support with Edgehill Coalition. And because it took so many different people to bring this project to fruition today, I'd like to take an opportunity and thank as many of them as I possibly can. First, I want to thank the Nashville City Council. I know we have a few of you here today. Berkeley and Colby. Yeah. We were very fortunate to have Councilman Sledge as our councilman on this project. He loves this community, and he, I think, sat through 6 community meetings with us. It was a lot, and he was always able to help strike compromise between what we were able to do, what the community wanted to finally get here today, and we're very appreciative of you. I want to thank the Edgehill Coalition, Janet and Pearl. I think I saw both of you here. There you are. You guys from the very beginning, the day the mayor announced this project, you came up to me and said, we look forward to engaging with you. Not only did you engage in the community meetings, you also voiced your support in all the public hearings we had. I think we had 5 or 6 of them. And throughout this whole process, in the back of our minds, we tried to create a project that you would be proud to put your time and effort behind. This project and this land has been vacant for forever. I mean, Pearl, I remember you talking and Janet talking to me about urban renewal, which was like in the 60s, I think, of when y'all first started looking at this project. So, well, that's okay. So with that, we're very appreciative of both of you. I want to thank Adrienne Harris. There she is. She was very patient. We ran into a lot of potholes with this project. A gas tank, other things that kept this project. Felt like we were always close, and then I'd have to call her and say, it's going to be a little while till I can figure this out. But we had tremendous guidance and wisdom from both you and Eric, and very appreciative of that. I want to thank THCA, Felita, and Donna, and Ralph, and the rest of the staff. You guys reviewed several applications on this, did a lot of work, and had a lot of buy-in for this project, and we're very appreciative, Felita. Thank you. I saw Mary Brewer here. Yeah, there's Mary. I'm not sure if Renee made it either, but okay, well, Mary stayed very late into the night with us to make sure that we closed this project on time, and had a record turnaround at HUD from commitment to closing, and Mary were very, very appreciative. I think we were together one day for 14 hours. I never saw Mary eat because she was too busy working, so thank you, Mary. We want to take an opportunity to thank Paul Plummer and Carrie and the rest of the Southeast Venture team. You guys took our vision that we had, came up with the designs that were on easels here. You put up with a lot of unwanted criticism, a lot of probably unwanted comments and critiques, but I think in the end we produced a project that we're very happy with. I know you're very happy with, and we hope the community will eventually be very happy with. I want to thank our Bill Godwin and Baycar, and right here. They obviously have, they've obviously started work, have a lot more ahead of them. So we are going to go ahead and pre-thank you guys for on-time delivery and below-budget construction. So yeah. If you've ever done anything affordable development, you know the greatest partner is a great attorney. And so we think we have it in Dwayne Barrett, Lillian, and Dwayne, and David Kleinfelter, and the whole Reno and Kavanaugh team. You guys are amazing. Y'all, more than once, not on this project, but every project we've ever done, you've pulled our butts out of the fire, so we're very appreciative of it. I want to thank Carrie Logan, who was one of the first people Adrienne and I ever spoke to about this project. Carrie put up with a lot of questions and comments about the zoning and the entitlements, and she was phenomenal, as well as the rest of the planning department. I want to thank Frank Brown, Ted Fellman on the financing side. I want to thank all of Elmington. A lot of y'all are here. We're very appreciative. I'm very appreciative of all y'all. Y'all are what makes it fun coming into work today. Like I said, it doesn't take one person to do this. It takes an entire village. So lastly, I want to thank Mayor Barry. For far too long, affordable housing has been on the periphery of public policy discussions in this town, something that we know we need, but we weren't willing to make the investment in. Mayor Berry, from her campaign all the way through first day of administration today, has been creative, has fought for opportunities, for funding, for anything that we can do to create more affordable housing in this town. And I think she is laying the foundation for future generations of Nashville for an inclusive growth for everyone as we continue to grow. So I commend her and am very appreciative of her. So with that, our mayor, Megan Berry.
Well, it is wonderful to finally stand here today because this has been a while in the making, and we just thanked so many people who made it happen. I especially want to give a shout out to the council members, to Colby Sledge, who has worked tirelessly to make sure that he will have affordable housing in his neighborhood. He is committed to it, and he makes it known every day that he is all about YIMBYism, and this is absolutely proof of that. And to Berkeley Allen, who continues to serve so well. She's my council member, so whenever I'm a constituent, I call Berkeley. Thank you, Berkeley, for taking my phone calls. And I also want to thank all the members of the Edgehill Coalition who are here, as well as the Tennessee Housing Development Agency, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. You know, back in 2016, we announced our first private-public partnership using this metro-owned land for workforce housing to develop it right here at this site. And we let everyone know then that we were going to take this property, we were going to use it as a pilot project to explore how we could use metro-owned property to create affordable housing, and we're finally here. The one thing that we have learned throughout this process, because you are always learning throughout processes, was the importance of patience. And the true reason why Metro owned this land. These properties aren't just sitting here without development on them unless they have some significant issues, and we found that out with this. This land had been vacant for decades, and when we went through all the due diligence, when we went through the pre-development phases, we found out that there were causes for more delays and more delays and more delays. And thanks to Adrian as well in my office who worked through each one of those delays and my conversations every day when I would say, where are we on this project? But we're ready now. And I really want to thank our partners at Elmington Capital and their team for sticking with us, for getting us through this process, for getting the paperwork done, getting the approvals that they needed to make this work. I also want to thank Elmington Capital and all the other developers who are helping us address our affordable housing crisis in our city. It's important. Elmington Capital has nearly 1,000 affordable and workforce housing units under construction in Davidson County, and I think that is worth a hand. I'm gonna use this moment as an opportunity to say we need more private developers who are going to show the exact same perseverance and enthusiasm toward affordable housing that you all have. So please, today we're going to break ground on 160 units of workforce housing, and we need it. We all know how much we need this in our city. The community has asked us for more affordability, and we responded by adding units at the 60% medium household income range. Because we know this area, as you look around, is facing a tremendous amount of displacement. We're still looking to do more here through the Barnes Fund, through MDHA's planning process, with Envision Edgehill, all things to come for this community. And we know that mixed income housing is critical. It's critical to everyone's success. So again, I just want to thank the Edgehill Coalition and the groups that they represent. As I said at the beginning when I talked first about Colby, this is a neighborhood that has said yes. Yes, in my backyard. Yes, I want to live with people who may look different than I do, who may make different money than I do, because we know that the further we put our arms out, the stronger we become. And we all know that that's what Nashville's about. Pearl, I want to thank you specifically. When we brought this development to the community, citizens asked for that greater affordability. And you were there, and you know it. And so with that, I also want to take a moment to remember Reverend Barnes. All of you know that Reverend Bill Barnes absolutely loved and adored this community, and he often talked about the importance of having an inclusive community. As this community has taken on his words today, we're going to see that take another step. So when we look down this corridor soon, we're going to have Edgehill Homes. We're going to have the 12th South neighborhood, and these two districts are going to be at the ends of different income spectrums. But this is what this is about, all coming together to live together. We wanted to develop something that would fill that gap. And we believe that starting to build this inclusive community starts with this. We are going to be able to have teachers who can live here, customer service representatives, police officers, young professionals, bus drivers, attorneys, bankers, all living together right here on a transit line. Okay, I'm just saying. So what this development provides here at 12th and Wedgewood ultimately, though, is hope. It provides hope and it provides opportunity. At a critical corner in this neighborhood, you're going to see workforce housing that shows what can happen when Metro, private developers, community leaders, and the community as a whole comes together through a process to create opportunity and a legacy of inclusivity. And that's what we're doing today. So thank you so much.
I'm very glad that so many people have been thanked already, so I don't have to remember your names. I do want to thank, first of all, the mayor for her vision and for being so supportive of projects like this. We talk a lot, almost ad nauseum, about private-public partnerships, right? And the asset that we have here in Metro is the physical land. But it doesn't mean anything if we don't do anything with it. Potential doesn't put roofs over people's heads. And so the amazing thing about what's happening today is, as been mentioned many times before, the neighborhood said yes. The neighborhood said yes to affordable housing. They said yes and please more. And so I have tremendous thanks to Pearl and Janet and to Terry and to Rachel and to everyone else who's here from the Edgehill community who's come together through the Edgehill Coalition to say there's something special here. And that doesn't just happen on its own. It happens through effort. It happens through a lot of laughs and a lot of tears and a lot of time shared together. And so thank you all for what you've done. And Ronnie, thank you as well for the tremendous work you've done in this community for decades. I also want to kind of give a little preview of what's ahead. As you know, and as the mayor mentioned, that this is going to be a more than 150 units of affordable and workforce housing, meaning people who are making about half the median income here all the way up to almost double that will be able to access this. But there's some more excitement that's coming. As this is being built, we'll start a community engagement process regarding making 12th Avenue South more pedestrian and bike friendly, because we know that we need transit corridors that are available to cars and to buses and to different forms of transit, but we also need to make sure that the people in our community are safe. And that they're safe crossing the street, that they're safe biking down the street. I think most people here have been able to experience Walk Bike Nashville's event every year where we close the street to cars and we enjoy walking and biking. That has become the predecessor to what I believe will become a very beneficial process to all of the neighborhood as we discuss how to make this street more complete and how to make it friendlier to pedestrians and cyclists. So we'll be starting that process as this property is being built, as this development occurs. So there's more exciting times for Edgehill ahead. So I want to thank everybody who's here. I'm not going to take any more of your time because I know we're chilly. Please continue to drive by here, walk by here, bike by here, and see the progress that's being made. Something truly special is happening here in Edgehill, and thank you all for being part of it.
Did everybody get one? Uh-huh. All right, now 1, 2, 3.